Well, let's see. We're now looking at Writers Workshop. So that's the building that's the room that is right in front of us. Is that right?
That is correct. And one of the reasons that we wanted to come here, and I'm just going to move in as we talk, one of the reasons that we want to come here is that we have a weekly event, a weekly writers workshop every Wednesday at 6:30 Pacific time. That's 8:30 Central time if you're where we are. Uh,
Mm.
but we have an event every Wednesday at 6:30 Pacific time where people get together, they work on chapters, they work on their books, all the stuff they have to work with. Um, and it's a really neat meeting. I'm actually planning on coming next week because I just released a book and I'm gonna start another one. So I'm gonna have to start coming to this meeting.
Hmm.
It's a good way to get involved with other writers and get feedback about what you're working on. And it happens every week.
Yes, and that does, and it does not require any special planning to come here. You just come to the website and pick out the Writers Workshop. Um, you come. You don't even have to. You don't even have to log in or establish an account. You can just come in as a guest, and I
You
would bet
can't.
the writers are glad to have guests.
Absolutely, they are, and I think we have a big crowd every week. Lots of really open-minded people, and so if you're a writer, if you're looking at working on a book, if you finished a book and want feedback on it, this is the place to go.
Yeah. Well, actually, we probably have some other things in development. You'll notice that uh, some of these tables have objects in front of them, and these objects are probably objects intended to stimulate people's imagination, to encourage people to think of ideas. Um,
Well, if you will hover over, I believe all of these tables have different exercises in the table. So if you could
oh
hover
yes,
over the middle of each table, I believe a different exercise is available, at least on some of these.
yes, I'm trying that table, and I think that's not available. But we'll try some other tables and see. I'm trying on the one that has the TARDIS on it, um, and and actually our Monday night group is also working on developing places um, in OpenSim now, but they will be
If
transferable.
if you click right here, boss, this is an example of what I was
Yes, this
talking
is
about.
one I see right now. That
If,
one is all right. This says current event writing exercise. It says find an item that interests you. Use the
right.
who, what, when, where, and why of the item, and your imagination to rewrite it as a detailed narrative story. And that doesn't have to be a story that is true. That is can just be a story you made up. Well, actually, um,
That's
the
right.
yes. So so yeah, I think we can tell. I now recognize um, that little circling little thing with the little box indicates that the table does have that capability. Yeah, you have
Yes,
to
sir.
hover over that box in
Yes,
order to
sir.
see it. Yes, that works. That by the way, I should point out to our we already know, but I should point out to our listeners our that the the equivalent of clicking on something in a 3D world is sometimes to hover the little red circle right in the middle of the scene over the and because of course in a virtual world we are clicking means something else. If we click on a world, that tells the world it's time for we want to be actually moving around and traveling in that virtual world. in that 3D capability. Let's see, I'm going to look at another one then. And this is colors. Oh, colors elicit feelings. Yes. Now to see this one, I'm going to read this one. I'm going to have to actually scroll down. So I had to press escape to get my cursor back. And now I could scroll down, and it says choose a color or several colors and include them in your scene. Try altering the colors and see how the mood of the scene is changed. All right, that's an activity that you and then I'm going to close this window.
And like I said, all of these tables have activities. So you could actually come in here and spend time on your own working on your own writing.
That's correct. So you could actually come in advance of or in anticipation of a meeting, and you could work on stuff that you would be able to then have available to present at the meeting. Is that it?
That's right. That's